Hello and welcome to 3 Minute Game Pass. I'm Nathan. Today I'm going to tip this Game Pass game is worth your time and bandwidth. Today's game is Rage 2. Rage is back? Back? Were people clamoring for a sequel to this? Anyway, the guys who made the Mad Max game have teamed up with id to make an open-world car shooty game. Was it worth reviving the franchise? Rage 2 is an Xbox and PC cross-release that doesn't feature cross-save. It is upgraded for 1x for 60 FPS, and it's less buggy. We'll get into that later. And the game lasts about 10 to 11 hours more if you do more of the stuff in it. So what exactly is Rage 2? Well, it's an open-world first-person shooter with a lot of driving, a lot of shooting, and a lot of pink. You play as Walker, Texas Ranger. Kind of, who gets a ranger suit that infuses him or her with a ton of baller powers. The Authority from Rage 1 are back, and they're doing wacky human experiments to try and take over what's left of the world, so it's up to you to get upgraded and blow them into the stratosphere. The basic loop is similar to Rage 1, oddly enough, just with a lot more traversal and driving. You basically drive across an open world, finding specific locations that have been captured by baddies. You then hop out and do some pretty great first-person combat until the area is cleared, finding secrets along the way, which ranks up one of the 3 commanders you are working for. Leveling up commanders gives you points to spend in their skill trees, which gives them fairly significant perks, like being able to detect collectibles, get more loot, better shooting, etc. Upgrading these commanders also unlocks their story missions, which you need to eventually complete the game. Additionally, you'll find arcs around the world where you can upgrade your suit and arsenal, giving you a wide range of unique weapons, as well as abilities like a dash, a double jump, an aerial slam, a vortex grenade, and so on. All of these abilities and weapons can also be upgraded with the resources you find in the world. So overall, you're going to be doing a lot of driving and exploring, then hopping out to do combat and get resources to upgrade yourself, go to the next area, and so on and so forth. So what do I like about Rage 2? Well, the shooting feels fantastic, and the powers you get are absolutely a blast to use. Being able to just launch people into the air with an enormous super punch or slam them into the ground, you really feel like a god by the end of the game, and it feels pretty great. I also enjoyed all the different ways you could upgrade, letting you build your character around the abilities and weapons that you enjoyed. It makes for a really good power fantasy, even if the game gets stupid easy by the end because you are just so strong. And lastly, the cycle is still addicting, despite its flaws, which are coming up. It's a good game to play while doing something else, like listening to an audiobook or watching YouTube, as it's not a huge brain suck, but it still feels engaging. When it comes to the bad, this game is so buggy. On S consoles, there's a persistent bug where texture resolutions across the game descale or get downgraded, and they never bump back up until you restart the game. This happened to me multiple times. There's tons of other bugs, including audio cutting out, stuff getting stuck, quests not completing, and more. For whatever reason, though, the bugs are worse on S consoles and not on the X ones. I don't know why. It's just really weird. Additionally, driving in the open world is actually really boring. There's not a lot to do between areas. The driving isn't particularly exciting, and you have to find all of your kit in order to make the game fun, which really kind of sucks. And lastly, you do have to eventually grind open world activities in order to get to the end of the story, and the story isn't even worth finishing. The components of this are very bland. There's no right games on a 3-point scale. Must play, maybe consider, don't bother. This is definitely a maybe consider, and I'm going to do something I usually don't do on this channel. I only suggest Rage 2 if you can play it on PC or an X console. If you have an S, even a Series S, I don't recommend it. While it obviously plays better at 60 FPS, which you get on the X console or on PC, for whatever reason, the enhanced X version must also be a new build or something because the game is significantly less bugs in it. Aside from that, this is an okay open world shooting game with really fun on-foot combat and powers and a lot of boring driving. It's weird that it fell into all the exact same problems that Rage 1 had 9 years ago, but here we are. It's okay. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and go out there and enjoy Rage 2 on an X console.